Good morning, fellas. Welcome back to the channel. I'd like to thank everybody who's been watching and all the new subscribers. I really appreciate it, boys. Today's video, we're going to be dealing with a electronic regulator, boys. This is a Tescom electronic regulator. We use a PC based command output signal to enter into a PLC, and we use a transducer to communicate with the PC and the PLC, and that will send inputs and outputs to the PLC, which will either open or close that regulator to induce or exhaust air pressure, which fills these tanks to a certain PSI based on their volume and based off of a computer program, boys. So what's happening today is we have one that is failing. So I'm calling for a set point, which my set point right now is 183 PSI, and my actual value is 113 PSI. So it can't even meet that requirement to get up to 183 PSI. So normally in that case, you would make some adjustments to your pressure offsets or your voltage offsets, and you can kind of sometime balance things out that way. But this thing has fall completely out of scale. So I got called in and I started troubleshooting. So I've been here for a couple hours and getting into it, testing all the basics, and I just recently closed up that panel. So we did some troubleshooting. So first we wanted to go through the components, which is the regulator bad? And the regulator is not bad, and the way I determined that the regulator is not bad is that wherever the regulator's mostly mechanical, so wherever the regulator sends a command to PSI wise, the actual pressure makes it there every time. It's very consistent. So that tells me that the regulator is maintaining consistency. If the regulator was bad, it would not maintain consistency. So is the transducer bad? So the transducer is that unit right there, that little barrel looking thing. That actually reads the air pressure inside of the line, converts it into an electrical signal, and then inputs it into a PLC as an input, and then the output of the PLC will tell the regulator what to do. So our input is good because our set point is basically our input, and that is what we're telling things that it needs to get to. So our input is good because our transducer is reading the same PSI as the manual gauges, and the manual gauge is your reference point to see if your transducer is working or not working. So if my transducer is working, that is our input signal into the PLC. Then the PLC then outputs a signal to the regulator, and then the regulator adjusts to create the air pressure that is called for to go into this tank. Now, the air pressure that we're calling for is not being met. So after some digging and troubleshooting, I determined that the PLC output card is no bueno, boys. No bueno. Done gave up the ghost, fellas. And so right now we are calling for 183 PSI, and our actual output is only 113 PSI. So now that we have diagnosed that we have a bad PLC card, I am going to go ahead and swap out that PLC card, and then I'm going to have to come back and adjust my scaling, my offsets, not my scaling, but my offsets, and get everything tuned in and dialed in, boys. So let's go ahead and get that done right now, fellas. So the first thing I'm going to do is swap out my new PLC card. So you could go ahead and pick these up in Trader Joe's, boys. Trader Joe's has a lot of these. They actually have an inventory of PLC cards, boys. PLC cards. All right, fellas. You can find these in the frozen section. So this is an output card, an analog output card, And this right here, boys, is this will receive the terminal connector. And one thing that you're gonna have to pay attention to, fellas, is your jumpers. Now, you're gonna have to pull up the manual and pay attention to these jumpers that are on here, because if you have one jumper in a different position, it will change the entire function of this card. So if you're gonna be dealing with these things, fellas, you gotta know about these little jumper pins in here, and pinning it out differently will give you a different result on your computer. So you're like, hey, this is the right PLC card, but you haven't configured it for your process or what you need. So read up in the manual, and it will tell you everything that you need to know about each one of these jumpers. They're all named and numbered. So that's something that you got to pay attention to when you're dealing with the PLC inputs and output cards. So let's go ahead and get this bad boy changed. So I'm going to start by closing the program, and let's get to it now, boys. So here we are at the panel, fellas, and as you can see, I've been already deep diving in this bad boy, deep diving in here. So this is our PLC analog output card. So I am going to swap out the terminal block, which is just plug and play. It just snaps out really easy. And you pull these two pins, fellas, and voila, bada bing, bada boom. There you go, man, these little unlock clips. And I'm going to swap out this card, boys, and then we'll get into some tuning functions. Yeah, it took me a little while to figure out what was going on here, but now that we know, we know. Let me get that in there the right way. There we go, boys, there we go. Put my terminal block back on there. Haha. Let me take this guy out of there so nobody gets confused, and we will get this guy in and switch back on, boys. Yeah, so it looks like these are pinned out the exact same way on these jumpers. And let's open up the program, boys. So it's gonna be this icon right there. Opened her up, fellas. Okay, so now she just got in, she just got installed. So let me call for a pressure value. I'm gonna call for 25 PSI, and there we go. We are responding, boys. I don't know if you guys can see that. We have called for 25 PSI, and we have outputted to 20 PSI. So let's call for something a little bit higher. Let's call for 183 PSI. So the highest that they use for their process is 190, and the lowest that they use is 5 PSI. So the scale is from 5 to 190. That's the range. I'm sorry, the range. And we had to scale these pressure values. There are signals in order to get their process correct. So I called for 183, and my actual is 179, but we're right there. We're right there within tolerance. Their tolerance is positive or negative 3 PSI. So let me go ahead and start setting my offsets for this. So let me go to the bottom, which is 5 PSI. Here we go. So it's dumping, and we are locked on. We locked dead on to 5 PSI. Right now we're at 2. So let me go ahead and change my actual pressure voltage offset. I will go from 0.03 to 0.07, and there we go. So now we went from 2.2 PSI to 4.3 PSI. Now let's see what it does at the top end. 183 PSI. Boom. There we are, boys. We are asking for 183 PSI, and we are at actual value of 182 PSI. So let me go back down to my bottom end, 5 PSI, and let's see what that looks like. And on my bottom end, we are at about 4 PSI, so we are 1 off. So let me raise this to 0.09, and we should be good right there. So now we're at actual value of 5 PSI and a set point of 5 PSI. Let's see what the top end looks like. We're calling for 183, and we are at 182.52. Now another variable that is involved in this is what is your controlling air pressure, not your load air pressure, but your controlling air pressure. Because in this regulator, we're using an air pressure to control another air pressure. So it'd be the same thing like a contactor using a small control voltage to control a large load voltage. So let me raise this to about 60 psi when it was at 50, and see what that do. And we'll go ahead and raise this to 0.1 offset, and that should do it, boys. That gives us our range. Everybody's happy. There we are, fellas. 5 and 5. Let's hit the top end. 183, and there we are, boys. We are at 184, 183. We are in the range. Our whole number is 183 psi. All right, fellas, I just wanted to kind of show you that. This is some more technical troubleshooting, and I have been here for the better part of 2 hours kind of figuring this out. So luckily I had some cards of these style card in inventory. Otherwise I would have had to run out to Trader Joe's and go pick some up. But there it is, fellas. So I will catch you boys on the next one. I want to thank everybody for watching, and if you have not yet subscribed, go ahead and smash that subscribe button. I will see you on the next one, fellas. Stay safe out there. Later.